One of my favorite things about the Smeltinator jig is just the variety that we have it in. So there's a whole bunch of different colors, and you can sort of see I've rigged up a few baits that that I use quite often, and you can kind of match up. We're using them to imitate minnows, so a lot of the you're going to have a lot of just sort of natural minnow patterns on the heads. These things all have really beautiful eyes and gills. They're just really lifelike. But aside from the colors, we got a good variety of different size weights and also hook sizes. So the hook sizes come from 1/0, which is small, and you can get a 1/0 hook with a 1/2 ounce jig. So that's there's been a lot of knockoffs of these jigs over the years, but most of them are just in that 1/4 and 3/8, 2/0, 3/0 size. And that's the ones that that most of us are going to use the most. But it's nice to have the options to have some of these small hooks for some small baits, and then also the big 5/0 for some of your 6 and 7 inch baits. That's a little 1/8 ounce one, so I might use that down in Florida or Texas, fishing up shallow. If you're using a bigger swim bait, that's a 4/0, matches up pretty nice with that bait. This is one of my favorites, that sort of shiner color, Arkansas shiner color. Using a green pumpkin head, and if you're fishing somewhere where there's gobies or perch, that's going to match up really nice. But you can match up the weight and the hook to just about any kind of soft plastic minnow imitator that you want with these things. And then as far as the weights go, if I want to fish for fish that are like 5 to 7 feet maybe and less, like if they're suspended really high in the water column or just casting up shallow, I'm going to go with that 1/8 or 3/16 size, real pretty light, keep it up above the bottom. That 10 to 15 range, I'm probably going to go with a 1/4 ounce right here, and then 15 and deeper, most of the time I'm going to go with a 3/8. And then we've also got the 1/2 ounce, and if I'm fishing maybe 25, 30 feet or deeper than that, or in heavy current, that 1/2 ounce is just going to allow you to get that bait down to the bottom and get it where you want it to go without having to wait too long. You're seeing a lot of the guys that are really good on forward sonar using those heavier jigs often, just so they can hit those fish that are deep a little easier. If you do some ice fishing, that jerk shad on a Smeltinator is as good a bait as it gets for lake trout. And for them, I'm going to use that 3/8 and 1/2 ounce, just so if you see a fish on your sonar, you can get it down to them quick. But we got a lot of variety in these jigs. They're all built on a Gamakatsu 604 hook, nice, strong, solid hook. You can catch big fish on them. You're not going to open them up. And this is the box that I kind of carry with me all the time, and you can see it. It's a bit of a mess, but I've got it labeled, 3/8, 2/0, 3/8, 3/0. Those are, a lot of the ones that I carry with me a lot, but I got a slot with some 5-inch or 5/0 hooks. Don't use those as much, but I use them sometimes. I got a stretch of underspins here, and then, some 4/0s, some 1/0s. I got them all in here and ready for any situation I might be faced with.